Hi, welcome back to my page. Happy New Year everyone. I hope you've had a great New Year's Eve and your New Year's Day is going pleasant with family, friends, etc. and that sort of thing. Today is just part 2 of my USA Memphis tour and concentrating on the records that I bought in San Francisco. Now, everything I bought in San Francisco is 45s EPs. We were at the beginning of our trip, didn't know how much room I was going to have, so I had to set myself a sort of a target in that. The ones I got, I'm very happy and pleased with. Obviously all American issues, mint condition. The second-hand record shop, now if you're like me, you go to a second-hand record shop, you're so focused on finding Elvis and that sort of thing, you don't see anything else. You know, you don't know the name of the shop and basically what else is in there, because that's me to a T. My wife basically walks through the door with me and then she gets out of the way. The good thing with this second-hand record shop was all their records were that well organized that the mint condition ones were in a box along with other artists. You know, they had a series of boxes. And you actually had to go and see a guy, and he would bring the box to you, and then you could pick out what you wanted. So super organized. It was in a subdivision of San Francisco. Again, don't know the name, can't remember. But the two highlights that I do remember about the place was Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin both own places there, and you can still see them today. So super cool. Now, the first one I want to start with is an old favourite, Heartbreak Hotel. Beautiful condition. You got to remember, this is May 56. Alright, and I'll grab the record out for you. The stock standard for 56, dog on top. Okay, doesn't make any difference which side you look at, still dog on top. But beautiful label, beautiful. Now, I change whenever I buy records and that. I straight away come home and I put them into new white covers that I buy. Doesn't matter if they are 45s, EPs or LPs. The only exception to that is if it's a new, say FTD vinyl, which I know the white sleeve, or in the case of the last one, the Good Times LP, black sleeve is released, then I leave it alone. But apart from that, I change them. Next one is Elvis Sales. Calendar on the back. Alright, this one's from March 59. Good thing about the American covers, thick cardboard. Real thick cardboard, so they last. Okay, they don't, you know, it's not like some countries where it's like paper thin. You know, the American ones really last. Vinyl again, guess what? Dog on top. Okay, mint condition. I've played all these and I was blown away when I played them. You know, you're talking about something that's over 60 years old, you know, and it still plays like it just come off the shelf, so excellent. Now the next one is, oops, sorry, the same. Different back cover. Now I'll just grab the other one out and we'll just show you a comparison for the newer fans. Alright, so this one on the right is the 59. This one is April 61. Okay, and the big difference there is obviously the back cover. Alright, also, if you can see it, there's another difference. This is the gold standard release. Alright, and the vinyl here for that, not a lot of difference. Dog on top. Dog on top. Very nice. I got both of them because, for one, not living in the States, very hard to get good quality American ones unless you pay a fortune for them on eBay. But Elvis Sales was only, it's an interview EP, so it was only out for a very limited time. The gold standard that came out, even more limited. Okay, so worthwhile getting it. Next one, sure you all know this one. Peace in the Valley. Okay, April 57. You'll remember that during Elvis's last performance on Ed Sullivan, sung Peace in the Valley. It's like having a video clip. Again, dog on top. Swap around. Beautiful. Honestly, folks, the vinyl just plays like it's just, they've just come off the shelf. You know, someone really took a lot of care and a lot of time with these. Next one, seeing it's around that time of year, the Christmas. Okay, November 57. Also, what came out around, I think it was November 57 was the album. Okay, but this is the EP. I'm not going to read out the song titles because everyone knows them. Okay, and again the vinyl. I mean, it's not just the vinyl on the. Oh, sorry, not just the vinyl on these. That's fantastic. The labels are too. I mean, you know, they're pristine. You know, sometimes you'll get a record that the label's fantastic, the vinyl's not quite so, or vice versa. I got the best of both worlds. Next one. Sure you know this one and you've seen it. Love Me Tender. The other good thing with these as well is you'll notice that the covers are very clean. No circle wear. Very little markings on the back on the white. Right, so they've been well looked after. The vinyl. Again. Flip it over. Look at that. Play. You know, very little markings around the centre. You know, so they've been played next to nothing. You know, just an incredible find, to be honest. We're a little bit on the expensive side, but I'm probably never going to go to San Francisco again to this record shop and find this sort of quality. So I was quite happy with the price that I paid. Love Me Tender, December 56. The next one, and actually the next two, are very similar. And I did get asked the question by my wife, why are you buying them? Which I'll hold both up at some stage here and I'll show you why I did. But Elvis Presley. Okay, March 56. Beautiful. Lovely, fantastic cover. The vinyl. I was extremely lucky, to be honest, to find these. And when I did, there was no way I was going to leave them behind. Now, this is another one. And just take note of the back cover. Now, I'll show you the vinyl of this one now. No different. Dog on top. Now, there's both the covers. Obviously different at the top. One's black, one's white, with the white stripe and that sort of thing. But then if you turn them over, different on the back. Beautiful. Hence why when I seen them I took both copies. I wasn't going to leave one behind. My last one is a 2000, released in the 2000s. Now it's a set of 5. I've been looking for this particular copy for a while because I do have the other 4 copies. Now they're all copies of the original 5 Sun records that were released, all on the Sun label, but I didn't have the first one. exactly the same front and back. And of course the label, red vinyl, for you that like the coloured vinyls. Exactly the same, that's alright, and Blue Moon of Kentucky. Now, I've done a little bit of research on these, but I'm still getting into it. This is actually part of a box set, from my understanding, that was released in Japan. I'm not sure about anyone else. I've only actually seen it on a channel, which I'd like you guys, if you don't know it already, I'd recommend it. It's Elvis Presley in Japan, David Ward. Now, David's put out a couple of books, a discography of Japan records, and he's just done, it's a 2-volume set of FTD records, paperback. Go and have a look at his site. If you've got an issue or you've got a question about Japanese records, he's the man to go and ask. He lives in Japan, full of knowledge. That came out, I believe, in the early 2000s. And that's just going off my memory about when I bought the other ones, but mint condition again, just beautiful. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for coming back, and thank you to the people that have subscribed so far and the views that I've had on my other 2 videos. I very much appreciate it. As I said, I'm new to this, so I'm still trying to work out my my method, and try and cutting out the ums, but it's not working so good so far, but I will get there. So yeah, once again, thank you very much, and you have a good New Year's Day. Catch you next time. Thank you.